Fairy Tale 349. Viewer comments. Loyalist Vario will get us started. I find Gray mocking the demon pretty funny, calling him average. Then in turn he gets this massive beast at the end. That was awesome. I think Gray is going to end up getting beaten around for a while, like Bruce Lee. He gets, wounded evidently for some reason. I really can't wait to see who Natsu is going to fight. I have a feeling that he might just jump in to save Urza and give Minerva the ass kicking she needs. That could happen. I think a lot more characters are coming out. I think this arc is so big that there's still going to be more characters piling in. So it may be almost like a character or two a week. Maybe piling into this thing. Well, anyway, Willis Fire, I always appreciate your comments. Really do. And somehow you end up being first a lot. That is amazing. Really do appreciate your comments. NW Order for Life. I hope Minerva doesn't get redeemed or, God forbid, join Fairy Tale. I feel that one of the few things that I feel confident of in Fairy Tale is that is not going to happen. And I really hope not. But anyway, I like your comments on this. We continue. I hate Minerva, and that's a good thing. Not everyone needs to be saved. I couldn't agree with you more. Gray's creation magic buff was a pretty smart idea by Hero. It makes sense and was a great way to fight around his weaknesses. This demon looks like trouble. I doubt Gray is going to get through this fight unscathed. On the other hand, Urza versus Minerva should be fairly balanced, and I'm excited to see this fight, so this arc has been good. So I'm not too sure how far that fight's going to get played out. I'm a little questionable on that. I really want it. Everyone wants to see the rematch. I just have a feeling we're not going to get it. Appreciate your comments. Karador Seizu. Here's a little clarification for Rampage. Gray did not get a power-up. His ice make magic relies on the creativity of the user to allow him to utilize it more effectively. Yes, I'm with you there. Which makes sense. All of his attacks usually takes different forms, weapons, animals, etc. Because Gray's magic power was reduced by retrogression magic, he simply had to put his creativity to better use in order to be able to stand his ground against Dorite. Don't even know if I'm close there. Making up for his low magic power. Hopefully that clarifies it. Well, you could be 100% right, but something in the middle of your next comment is what I'm going to expand on. I really like that Hero found a credible way to counter the retrogression magic by someone who is already under the spell. It worked brilliantly. I bought it. Hero was very clever with that. By simply highlighting the properties of ice make magic. I'm going to highlight this big time. Reliant more on the user's creativity than the magic power itself. Fighting in this manga does not always have to be a contest of whose punch is stronger. Brilliant. I love what you've said there. Now, what I was saying and what I believe, I could totally be wrong, is that what was I said power up, but what really happened, he reconnected to a portion of his childlike creativity because of the traumatic events that he was reconnected to. That is my understanding of what happened. So in that way, it's a power up, but it's to the creativity portion of it. Now, what you were saying in the first comment was that because he didn't have the power, he simply made up for it with creativity. I disagree with you on that fact. Doesn't mean that you're wrong. I've been wrong a lot before. I think that's what happened. He's shocked. He's reconnected back to that part of him. That's what I think. Anyway, and I've been like I've mentioned before, humbly, I've been wrong a whole lot of times before. But that's no reason to stop making predictions or trying to dig in to understand this, because it's a big crowdsourced type, way of understanding what's going on. Anyway, I always appreciate your comments. I just want to make sure that I'm not attacking what you're saying, because believe me, you could be 100% right. I could be totally wrong, but I just want to make sure that you know where I'm coming from, even if it's wrong. So anyway, I really do appreciate you digging into this. And let's see. Also, the cheap. I love the way you, like I say, really. I'm going to read that one more time. Reliant more on the user's creativity than the magic power itself. Finding this manga does not always have to be a contest of whose punch is stronger. You put it brilliantly. I really appreciate that. Okay, the Chibi arc, which everybody seems pretty happy about. getting rid of. Also, the Chibi arc seems to have been officially reset. And now that it's out of the way, we can relax and wait and see what's going to come in the next few weeks. Okay, you have one more comment I'm going to read, but the big thing, people were like, oh my God, it's a Chibi arc. I don't want a Chibi arc. The Chibi arc is coming. The Chibi arc is going to destroy the... I'm maybe exaggerating a little bit, but the feeling was negative comments. Fill in the blank, Chibi arc. Nobody seemed to be... I heard no... Yay, it's a Chibi arc. Didn't hear it. I don't think anybody heard that. So your comments at the very, very end there are... The feeling of relief, I think, really connects to what a lot of people are thinking with this. So, and because the demon expanded, hopefully the demon can't reuse that power. Now, if he reuses it again, well, anyway, then we're in a whole different place. So I still don't think it's going to be Chibis for long. I hope not. I hope we're done with it. Hope we're done with it. Last comment from Karago Seizu. I consider this ending of this chapter as a premise of a promising arc. It's based on the fact that every time Zeref's magic has been implicated in the story, we usually had a decent arc. The Lullaby arc, Tower of Heaven arc, and you list some other examples. Let's hope that this is the case this time. Well, I appreciate everyone's comments, and Karago Seizu, you dug into them to some big stuff here, which I really do appreciate, and spell it out very well. All right. Really love everyone's comments. Awesome job this week. It's a fun chapter. We're having a pretty good time with it, and it looks great where we're going. And I hope that we are done with the Chibi arc. Even though I wasn't that concerned with it, I am actually. I've seen it, so I don't see. I don't really want to see that ability anymore. And maybe that's a way he won't be able. Hopefully, he won't be able to do that. Anyway, let me go and close this out. Appreciate everyone's efforts. Anybody can be an anime fan. You can always subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. You can do anything you want to. Until next time, take care.